Tubers, tubettes, and of course my colorful collection of crazy people. This is a follow-up video on the interview that I was doing with my friend Rob. Rob and I were discussing his medical conditions and the fact that he's legally blind, living over here in the Philippines. And just as we were getting into the topic of why he moved to the Philippines, we had to stop the video because he had a medical emergency. So as promised, kids, this is the follow-up, and this is the video telling you why Rob is here in the Philippines. Coming up. Okay, so Robbie, picking up where we left off, you are now here in the Philippines. My first question is, why the Philippines? What brought you here? How did that happen?
So, say about 10 months ago now. A few years ago I was dating a girl, and her dad actually ended up retiring out here. And one day we got close, and he asked me one day out of the blue if I wanted to come out here and take a vacation, and it ended up so happened to be on my birthday too, and so I was like, yeah, why not, you know?
So your girlfriend at the time, her father really liked you.
Yeah.
So you guys were buds. He's got a place out here, or he was coming out here, or what's the deal?
In Bacolod.
Bacolod?
Yep.
Yeah,
He
okay.
has a house out there.
Okay, cool.
So
he just said, hey man, you want to go to the Philippines with me?
yeah, well, yeah, he was retiring out here, and he asked me, and I was like, yeah, why not? I never been out here, never really heard about it, so like, yeah, sure.
Did he pay for the whole trip and everything?
No, I paid everything.
You did?
Yeah, for myself and everything.
Good for you. All right, so you came out here. How long were you here?
I was out here for the whole month of September.
How'd you like it?
And it was amazing. I mean, I fell in love with the country, the culture, the people, the food.
Really?
The weather.
Really?
Way better than snow.
Okay, yeah.
So,
there's no argument
yeah.
from anybody right now watching this that's shoveling snow. We're going through a flood or a hurricane or a tornado. Man, oh man. The weather in America is just off the hook.
So, yeah, and I felt safe out here, and I mean, the people were so caring and helpful. I mean, like I felt like a movie star out here, basically.
Really?
Yeah.
That is so cool to hear, because you had it pretty rough back in the States. And do you find that the fact that you are legally blind, do you find that more challenging out here, or the same, or?
Yeah, I do find it a little bit challenging, more challenging. I mean, the streets aren't well paved, and I mean, there's traffic everywhere, scooters everywhere, but I figure out ways to get around. You know, I take pedicabs, or I have my girlfriend drive me, or I have friends pick me up, so that's not really a big issue. And then, you know, I go places where I feel comfortable, safe at, and I usually don't travel alone. So, yeah, I feel pretty safe here as is, walking, traveling wise.
How did you navigate in America? Same way?
Same way for the most part, yeah. And actually, I didn't get out a lot either, because it snowed dang near almost half the year, and I was stuck in the house, 4 or 5 months just from the snow. And then, when I did get out, I didn't do much because I didn't have many friends, and I didn't have many places to go, so I just stayed at home really. But out here, I'm going out like mostly every day, and I meet people here every day for the most part. Super friendly, when I go to the mall, people are so helpful, helping me with the escalators, or helping me with my food or whatever.
Right. So that's cool. Do you find that it's now, the last time we did a video, people were saying you should go back to America because of your medical condition.
Well,
do you agree with that, or disagree?
I disagree, because before I even came out here, I did my homework. I came out here, coming out here with steady income. I talked to all my doctors, and they were so happy that I was coming out here. And
really?
Yeah, they encouraged. I mean, they agreed with me, and were like, go for it. And I told them, I do plan on being out here for a year, and if that works out, I'll stay longer. But other than that, they were all happy for it. And the only issue is just my medicine. It's not even getting my medicine. It's just the fact that it's a little bit expensive.
It's $350.
Yeah. So that's like the only issue, and that to me, it's not going to make me go broke out here or nothing. So.
Okay, so even after the medicine, you have enough money to survive.
Yep.
Okay. All right. And some people have suggested different means of transportation, like DHL and all that. Other people commented that why can't you just buy the medicine out here?
So I have talked to a few actually GI specialist doctors out here, and most of them said it's too expensive, and which I believe them. Some of them gave me quotes of $1,000 to $1,500 US dollars. I don't know what that would relate in pesos, but
a lot.
Yeah, I'm guessing. So, $350 ain't bad compared to $1,000, and it is. I mean, even in the U.S. without insurance, it comes up to $7,000.
No kidding.
Yeah, when that's one box.
One box of that medicine without insurance is $7,000.
Yes.
And out here it's $1,500.
Yeah.
But you're set up via your Medicaid that it's free to you.
Yeah.
So your mom goes and picks it up at the pharmacy?
Nope, they deliver it right to her. And then,
they deliver it to her?
Yep.
Okay, all right. I wasn't clear on that.
And then she ships it to me the same day.
She ships it to you via FedEx.
Yep. And before I came out here, I found like 3 other places for shipping, and just my luck, FedEx was down the street, and that was the most expensive one. So. Are
you going to continue to look for different providers?
Yes. Okay. Yeah, definitely. But there's a couple factors, like it has to be cold, and I have to take it within 14 days each dose.
Right.
So, I mean, FedEx has been spot on. I haven't had any issues. No.
Now I know you got a delivery here the other day.
Yep.
And I won't mention who it was, but they said they were with you when you got it, and he was concerned that it was a little warm.
Yeah, it was. So it can be stored up to room temperature / 77 Fahrenheit, and I don't know how hot it actually gets, but I check it out, and I haven't had any issues lately.
Okay.
And like the first time I got it, the ice packs that I had delivered with it were semi-still cold, and I mean this time they weren't, but I checked it out, and it's still fine.
Okay,
so
good.
It just can't be frozen. And
gotcha.
It's complete opposite.
So hopefully that was just a one-shot anomaly.
And the reason why it got stuck in.
Oh, that's right.
Got stuck in customs, but I took care of that, and that won't happen again.
Good.
I figured all that out, and it'll just get shipped right to me.
One less hurdle to jump over. So you feel, I don't want to put words in your mouth, your life here, how long have you been here?
I've been here for 2 months now.
2 months. What's changed as far as your day-to-day routine, your outlook, your mental state? Maybe you can elaborate to the folks. And you can be negative, you can be positive, good stuff, bad stuff. Just be honest, just be truthful. What's kind of a summary, if you will, for the last 2 months?
Well, it's been great. I'm still getting used to the weather. That's, I wouldn't say one of my biggest challenges, but
hot.
It's super hot, super humid. Picking and choosing the foods I eat out here. I mean, I eat special. I wouldn't say I'm on a special diet for the most part. But I mean, I eat everything. I like chicken, rice, and pasta, and simple, basic foods. And then getting around isn't too bad actually. And then like my day-to-day life is I basically do the same thing. I mean, I get out more here, and I feel more happier. I'm not stressed out. I'm not worrying about my bills. I'm not worrying about if I could afford this month, or if for like bill wise. And then like in the U.S., inflation's going up and whatnot. But here it's just complete opposite for the most part. I feel more happier. The sun makes me feel good. Hearing the ocean, meeting new people. People are super friendly out here.
So I imagine audio stuff and smells mean a lot to you.
Oh yeah.
That's heightened, right?
Yep.
Because of
definitely
that's just sort of something that biologically automatically goes to a next level when your sight is impaired.
Yep.
So you hear more laughter out here?
Oh yeah. I mean, people are. It's like completely different. Like like in the U.S., people tend to stay to themselves.
Grumpy.
Grumpy. Like people here come up and say hi to you, or hear hear people singing karaoke or singing away, like, like not a care in the world, but it's great out here. I mean, I have no complaints for the most part.
How about your accommodations?
Accommodations, everything I have is taken care of. I mean, I don't need much as is, and everything I do is taken care of. And the only thing really I got to worry about is my meds, and it's already taken care of. And
I was at your apartment, and it's really small.
Yep.
But I was thinking to myself, small is good for you,
basically,
because you can just reach and memorize. You have to memorize stuff.
Yeah.
Like we went up and down your stairs, and you told me, oh, there's 14 steps.
Yep.
Because he lives upstairs, if you can believe that. But he walks up it faster than I do.
So yeah, a lot of memory, and there's still some things I like, trying to open my doors, or trying to cook, or do dishes sometimes. I miss, or pouring stuff. But,
did that happen in the States?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's kind of where I'm trying to go with this, is that for those that were, and very few people really were on our initial video. And I'm going to put a link to our original video in this video in case you didn't get a chance to see it. But I said that in the introduction anyway. But what else was I going to ask you? Do you feel like it's economically more viable for you out here with your disability?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, with my disability in the States, I was broke within a couple of days, just paying bills.
Just the rent?
Just like the rent and like an electric or something.
Right.
Out here, I mean, it definitely goes a longer ways. And I mean, I'm not struggling. I'm not, pinching pennies just to pay my rent or bills anymore.
Okay, cool.
And that, stress is, a really big trigger for my Crohn's. And out here, it's, I don't feel any pain, or for the most part. And I'm a lot less stressful.
I wonder what that's accounted to. I wonder if that's because of the economics you feel less stressed, or if the fact that you're making more friends.
Well, all that together. I mean,
really?
Yeah. I mean, out in the States, I was in my house for the most part, and not going out and enjoying the weather. I mean, I don't like the snow or the cold, so it's always cold in Minnesota for the most part.
Yeah.
And then people don't meet up really. People are really they're all alone, or they're all they're busy doing their jobs or working. And out here, I mean, I dang near meet someone new every day now, and it's super friendly. I don't gotta worry about like crime, or for me, for the most part, it's more safer. For me, I feel like.
You feel safer out
Oh
there?
Yeah. Wait,
you go out at night?
No, I mean, I don't, for the most part. I mean, I've heard nothing really good happens at night, but
that's for sure.
I don't drink or smoke, so I don't go to bars, and I don't have any really reason to go out at night. So
let's talk for a minute about your art. Okay. Now, this kid can paint. I call him a kid. He's 30 years old. To me, he's a kid. I've got kids older than him. Hey, before we talk about your art, do you find it? Do you kind of miss guys your own age out here, or
yes.
Because old guys like me are pretty much who you're talking to.
Well, when I was in the States too, that's who I always hung around with was older guys.
Yeah.
I had a few younger friends, but they were working or they're drinking and whatnot. I'm not trying to be around that. So.
Yeah. Well, maybe we can hook you up. Maybe, I mean, more younger and younger people are starting to come out here, and I understand that. That every now and then it's kind of hard to relate to me. Or maybe you got something you want to talk about to someone that someone your own age can identify with better. But I think that's a small hurdle. So there's younger and younger generations are moving out here. Now you're going to give this 1 year. Is that kind of like your test balloon?
Yep.
And so I think that's smart too. So you decided to come out here. You set yourself up. You got yourself dialed in. You have an apartment. You figured out transportation. You're still sorting out the food, but that's you've got after 2 months, I think you probably got that figured out. What works with your digestive system and whatnot. You've made some friends, and how about your girlfriend? I mean, she seems like a rock star. Now, I've never met her, but I remember when we were together and we were having a hassle with trying to get that delivery thing after we did our first video together. That's a whole other story, but. She was all over it, man. How did you meet her?
So I actually met her on a dating site. I we just got into a relationship maybe, a month and a half ago, but, I didn't come out here for the women or,
right.
I didn't come out here for drinking or nothing. I came out here for my personal health and then for me.
Yeah, development,
yeah.
just being, I get it. I mean, it was pretty much my motivation also.
Yep.
It was like my turn,
Yep.
It's been nice, it's been fun, but see you later. It's my turn. And so I think the same thing with you, only accelerated by the medical conditions that you've had. So you're here at half the age or more than half the age than me, but it's your turn. You've had a tough time, and it's time to come out here and put that behind you.
Then, I want to start enjoying my life and, feeling good, and, that's why I came out here too. I want to feel good, and it has been so far, so.
So the girl, let's get into the girl. You
So
don't have to
yes.
name her or anything like that.
Okay.
But you met her on a dating site.
Yep.
And so she was familiar with your situation.
Yep, and then, I told her before even coming out here, we talked for a couple months even, and, I told her I'm not trying to rush into anything, I'm not trying to get married or nothing like that, and, but she was really caring. I told her all my situations, and, she never judged me, and, I ended up really liking her too, and then, she actually, I came out here 2 months ago, and she actually ended up meeting me at the airport, picked me up, and then ever since then, she was hanging out with me every day, and we got to really know each other more, and, she told me more about her, and I told her more about me, and she started coming over every day, and things have just been great. I mean, she's like my rock. She's supported me with everything that I do. She helps me with everything.
She does.
Yeah,
I witnessed it. I was
like
with
literally
him.
everything. I mean.
And I don't know who this woman is, but she's like an angel.
She is.
Because she's definitely not after him for his money.
No.
And she's definitely not after him for his looks. I'm kidding. You're a very handsome young man. But let's get, okay, so far, you got an economically viable situation here. You got more friends. You have a little issues with the heat, but that'll pass, and you'll acclimate, and it does get cooler. These are some of the hottest months of the year right now. And you got a nice woman in your life, which you didn't know you were going to have.
No.
But let's get into your artwork a little bit.
Okay.
Let's talk about that. Well, I wish we had it at the show, but we'll get together again, and we'll show your artwork. But you actually, and I'll have to video this sometime, but I haven't seen you do it, but I was told you have this massive magnifying glass.
Yep, then
and it's lit or something like that?
Yep, I got some lights, and I got a magnifying glass, and I got some special glasses that help me see, like see what I'm actually doing, but, I can actually, I can see a few inches in my right eye, and that's how I am able to paint still. But it is blurry, and I'm not no professional artist.
Right.
But I would think I'm pretty good at it.
Well, I've seen your art, and it's you ain't Van Gogh,
No.
but it's great. I'll buy it. If you're selling, I'll buy it.
Oh, yeah, I definitely try to.
And I think it's lovely. I think it's great that to me, I can't draw stick people. I'm always envious of people that can sing and can dance. I can't do any of that. Art, I can't play an instrument. But you've got that gift or that talent for being able to draw and paint. And so you're doing that. You're doing that on canvases.
Yep.
And hopefully that would be something that in the future maybe would be something that would pay for your medication.
Oh, yeah.
You know
Hopefully
what I mean?
down the road. Since I've been here, I've already sold a few paintings, and I hope to continue to sell them, but it's one of my biggest passions. When I first started, I actually, when I got diagnosed with Crohn's disease, and after my surgery and all that, I sat around my place, and besides sitting there and feeling sorry for myself, I was like, I sat down and I thought really hard, what do I want to do for the rest of my life, or something I really enjoy doing.
Yeah.
And when I was in high school, I was really into art, drawing, painting for the most part. And you know, I one day sat down and watched
Bob Ross. I remember Bob Ross.
Yeah, the guy with the big afro.
Yeah.
On Channel 2.
Yeah. And he was going to put a little happy tree.
Oh yeah. So I watched some of his videos.
I love Bob Ross.
Yeah, he's one of my idols. And I sat down and focused, and I watched a few videos, and I was like, I could do that.
Right on.
And I bought some art supplies, and believe me, it's not as easy as it looks, because the first painting was complete crap.
Right.
But I really practiced and got into it, and started painting every day, and then eventually, I got better. And right now, I still paint every day, and it is a struggle for the most part.
Sure.
And there are certain tricks and tips I do to keep me on track, or to let myself know where I'm at in the painting, or what colors I'm using. But it's been really great. It really helps me relax. Makes me feel good too, and I want to help inspire and motivate people that even though I can't see and I have a disability, that you can still do things that you like, or achieve your dreams or goals. And that was one of my goals, and that I wanted to do, and I haven't gave up since.
You inspire me. I got to be sincere about that. And you've inspired others in our previous video. I had a number of people comment and said, you know what, Paul? I thought I was having a bad day. And then I listened to this guy on your channel, and I realized how easy I've got it compared to him. And now, I honestly didn't know much about your art. I'd seen your pictures. I knew you did it, but I didn't know the backstory. And now I know the backstory along with everybody else. And what really impresses me is that you sat down one day and you said, okay, I've got this situation, I've got this condition, but I have a passion for this. I liked it in high school. To hell with my disability, I'm going to go ahead and try to do it. You didn't say I'm going to do it, you said I'm going to try to do it. And you weren't discouraged by the first one being crappy.
There's multiple crappy ones.
Yeah. But the road to success is paved with failure.
Oh, yeah.
And Thomas Edison, I think he went through 1,000 different filaments before he found out what would work. And he said every time he failed, it was one step closer to finding the right ingredient, and I think we can apply that to our daily lives on everything that we do. And you're actually blessed in the fact that I've always said a guy that loves his work never goes to work. You just wake up and you're doing what you love and what is your passion. That's the luckiest people on earth, are those that love their work, because they never go to work. And it's not a job. It's I don't know. It's a hobby. It's your passion. It gives you an opportunity to be creative. It gives you an opportunity to learn, to stretch, to reach, to do things that you didn't think you maybe were possible, and you make them possible. And you can go to bed at night saying, wow, I did it.
Yeah.
So I want to feature that in a follow-up video with you yet again.
Sounds great.
Where maybe we show some of your art and all that kind of stuff.
Sounds good. And I actually want to say thank you for everyone for all the great comments, nice comments, reaching out. It really means a lot to me. I want to thank all of you, and you, Paul.
No, don't thank me, man. I'm just a mouthpiece. I'm just a media. You're the guy, and they are the people. And you guys are the channel, not me. Okay, I'm just a guy with a telephone and a microphone. But you, guys like you that have a real, original story that you don't hear every day, something that is inspirational and inspiring and can bring people together. And I, too, have to join Rob in thanking all of you rock stars for being so positive in the comments, giving us likes or giving him likes. In the last video, I asked people just to give likes, to show Rob's support. You know what? I got like 30 thumbs down. And for you folks, God bless you too. I hope things get better for you. Because there's got to be something wrong with somebody that sees a fellow like you that's trying to get through your life and gives a negative response to it. There was also a guy that looked at your video and he said, oh, I see a train wreck. And I thought, you know what? I felt bad for that guy. You know what I mean? Like you couldn't see the glass half full. It was always half empty.
Yeah.
So you got way more going for you than the guy that made that comment. So anyway, feel free, guys, to make comments, good or bad. You know, I don't filter them. We let them go. Rob does his best. He's got a special phone where you can read the comments, right?
Yeah, it's voice text. Everything gets read to me.
Okay.
So
everything's voice text. Yep. So he's been responding to the comments personally, which is a great help to me because when I did the video with him, I woke up, there was like 400 comments. And I said, oh boy, this is going to be a long day. So he took some of the burden off of me. And I look forward to seeing you again. Is there any last parting words that you want to leave with the crazy people out there in YouTube land?
I just want to say, thanks everyone for all the support. And I really hope that my story helps motivate or inspire you, to not give up. And, even if life is getting you down, that there's always still something positive to look forward to. And, I hope my story helps you.
Well, I'm going to leave it at that. We'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you, Rob.
Thank you.